What is up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat, and we are here at the Nerd Castle playing the next episode of Battle Worlds Kronos. Where we had left off, we had made a good push in the last episode. I was really pleased with the way things had gone. And down here, we're transferring supplies from this base on up to... Oh, there's a hunter that I left in there. Hello, hunter. I like you. How about you get down here with this combat force, because we have a distinct lack of machine gun units down here. I can't believe I forgot about him. Let's unload all of those resources right there. And then we're also going to unload the mule. And we'll send him back up here to restock that place. They didn't move on their last turn. It was round 18 when we last played the game. It's now round 19. I passed one turn just so we could start on a fresh heal with a bunch of moves for everybody, but they didn't move from this location. So we're pretty much in the free and clear right now to do a little bit of scouting down here. So let me see what I can do. I'm going to keep these guys back, and if this bike tries to move forward, I would love to draw this fight right here into this region. That would be ideal, because that leaves one repair node behind me. And I think that might be what they're trying to indicate right there, the developers anyways. That might be them speaking to us telepathically, doing like a Doctor Strange type deal and being like, splatter, 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 go, 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 here. So anyways... let's get all these infantry on the move. It's time for them to hump it. Please don't, infantry. That's a military term. Please don't actually hump it. If you end up humping the landscape, I'm going to be... This is a PG-13 channel. You know what I mean? We're trying to keep this out of the gutter. We're working on it. I mean, sometimes I slip. The edge of the gutter, the curb, if you will, is very slippery at times, but I try to avoid it. Alright, so everything's there. I just don't feel like we are pretty much at a 1-for-1 ratio right now. I do think I'm probably going to have to reroute people from up here to come down and help. So let's do that now before this gets any messier. I'm going to bring elites. Since they've never taken a stab at this upper location. Is this repaired before I offload it? Let me see. Okay, I'm always a little bit antsy in the pantsy about putting new units out to the dancy. I don't know. I'm always a little bit worried about releasing them from these locations because sometimes I forget to repair them and stuff of that nature. Other guys that I could potentially bring down with me, I'm going to leave him here until this next fight's over. I think I'll bring him along too. And I think that leaves me with enough of a fighting force up here to where I should still be okay. Did he level up? No. Damn, I want a leveled up Praetorian super badly. I want it so badly. There is a longing in my nethers for a new Praetorian that is all dinged up and leveled. So anything else? I have trouble keeping track of things in this game, you'll notice. And while I do know that I can cycle through my units like so, it just seems awfully tedious. I think that by eyeballing with space, I tend to keep a better track. Since they're not going to hit me from this direction, I may actually undeploy him. And send him off to the races as well, down here. Because he has the potential to do a lot of damage, so why not if you can? So that gives us 4 more units down here. Yeah, I think we'll probably be okay as long as we play our cards strategically right. That's going to be the big thing, is using terrain properly. Like dancing in and out of the forest to deal damage with our infantry, stuff of that nature. Let's go ahead and bypass it. We'll wait and see what Yerla does here. Ooh, they're going up. They heard me say that in the last episode. Now they're shifting their efforts. Now, I thought you moved at half rate if you were in a swamp, but I could be completely wrong here. In any case, we're about to sustain some damage because they have seized the initiative, unfortunately. So at this point, our best option I think is to bring this back within range of this upper gun. And I think the problem there was that path was set when they were back here. The AI decided on that path because this unit wasn't back in its place yet. I'd be willing to bet that's probably how it calculated that maneuver. From here, we can't get to them, but they can get to us. Which means in order to limit the damage we're about to take, we need to fall back a tad. Well, I don't like him right there, but I'll take it. He'll be bait. We've got enough supplies to repair him, if need be. So let's set up our bandit wall there. We want to make sure that everybody's within range of this gun. We want to force them to fight within range of this gun, if we can pull it off. We've got artillery right there that's going to be useless to us. Although, there's nothing kind of restricting him to this point. So let's deploy him next turn right there, because that's when it's going to matter anyways. We'll keep the line steady, and maybe bait one back this way with this transport, who knows. We've got enough resources to repair after this fight, so the nominal damage I guess we're going to take is hopefully... Okay, so they're fairly well defended from right there. I guess let's form up lines here, and maybe a partial line right there. So let's begin inching forward and seeing if we can bait that bike. Because I think that's probably going to be what kicks off this battle, is if we can bait that bike or not. Oh, that hill is not accessible terrain. Okay. I do very much love the fact that this game utilizes line combat. That makes me very, very happy. As a fan of organization, it makes me pleased. Pleased in many ways. It might also be an interesting gambit to run a pincer right here. Then again, it may also be a terrible plan. Who knows? Everything's a terrible plan when you're hanging out with Splattercat. Let's go ahead and get these units into position. I'm not going to risk cutting a corner right there. Alright, so they have the potential to hurt us very, very badly on this turn, and it's going to depend what these two bandits decide to target. I've tried to set it up so that no matter where the bandits go, they're within range of this gun, so I can one-shot one of them at least on the next turn. But until then, and I'm sorry, I didn't take that spot because I was worried about the damage I might take. I don't want to waste that repair, and I probably should have set up one in front, but I'm pretty sure the bike could get at me from there. We'll end the turn now. As was expected. So they're actually going to hold back a little bit. A second assault is already on its way. God. Although that one's looking a little bit lighter. And so we actually have no choice right now. We have to like squeeze this one now. We have to pinch this turd. So let's get up in here. First things first. Oh, I didn't think about that. He can return fire. Well, damn. Let's handle him. Put some hurtin' right there. We'll upgrade his armor. And we'll consider that fight pretty much handled. We're not going to need any armor up that way. I'm going to wait and see what the remainder of their forces do on the next turn. And actually, if I can take pot shots from right here, I would prefer to do it. I think that right there is going to give him the best firing range. Yeah, that covers all of our bases. Literally, actually, because we're fighting in a base! You get the joke? Terrible jokes. God. Let's fire some missiles at him. And see if there isn't some way that we can injure him badly. This refuse is going to get in his way of doing anything tactical in the next turn. We'll wait and see if they go topside or if they go low side. I get the feeling they're probably going to swing down this way to make me make some tough decisions. But until they do, Screw it. We're going to keep on keeping on. I may have lost too many units in the early game to actually finish this fight off. That's one of the things. We've got limited reinforcements. I would absolutely hate to have to use that reinforcement button. But if I have to just to get the mission done. The game does, because the game, people have addressed that the game is difficult, the game does allow you a certain amount of reinforcements where you can call in like a freebie mob like this, but I would really prefer not to use it. Well, let's take our chances here. And let's send out a little bit of a lance force. We want this fight well out of the... We don't want that artillery involved at all. In fact, we don't want that one involved either, so there could be a wide variety of ducking and dodging through the line here just to get at him once he decides to move, since his propensity for violence is a little bit higher than just about everybody else here. That's kind of an insult to soldiers, though. The soldiers are like, hey, my propensity for violence is really high. Come on, man. Let's see here. Anything else to be considered? 7 resources there. I forgot to... Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, so I changed my tune. I think we're probably good down here. God, I feel like such a dunce right now. I really do. I feel like the big old Pinty hat is mine. I'm sure there's a way I could probably squeeze off a few more shots on these idiots. But I don't want to push my luck. Let's just leave it as is. Oh, really? He's gonna flip a Yui there? Yeah, so there it is. That's about what I figured would probably happen. So we're going to need to make a line to block off the artillery. Praetorian there. Since all my units are sort of doing... Yikes. They've managed to stay just outside my artillery range with everything, which is slightly humorous. It'd be a lot more humorous if it wasn't so irritating. If it wasn't me, it would be more humorous. There. Let's maybe think about swapping this bike in just to soak damage. And we'll wait and see. The next turn they're going to have to come within range of the artillery, so... I'm going to leave this line right here because I really want them to engage like inside my artillery range. I would prefer it. Let's go ahead and drop off these supplies because obviously we're going to need some repairs after this one. There's 100 resources in there. Make him stand by with the remainder once we start repairing things. We may lose a unit up there, which would be disappointing. Because as of right now, I may have diverted too many forces. I may actually send somebody back. Depending on what they do right here. Like, I'm trying my best to bait them into combat here. And they are just resisting the urge. Quite well, in fact. Eventually, however, my artillery is going to be in range, and then they're going to be in a dire situation. As in, they are the dire, and I am the killer. I think I'm going to take, since I found those tanks down there, I've made a terrible mistake, so I'm going to send some of these guys back. Namely these two. To counter any losses we might take right here. I mean, a large portion of their force is very light infantry repression, or infantry suppression. But at the moment, I really would love to make sure that things are looking nice and shiny in all my various fronts. So I'm going to send them back up. They should be able to get there in a turn or two. My worry is that after I finish this fight, they're going to have a third one that's already ready to go, and I'm going to need to swap somebody into the front lines while the rest of them repair. That's my big concern right now. I could potentially seize the initiative. No, I can't actually. That's a singular... I see. So that one gives them the advantage because they could flank and shoot. This one gives me the advantage. We'll see what they do right here. Maybe they'll turn around and act a fool. Who knows? I don't think I have anybody that can wager a shot at any of these guys. So let's wait and see. Ah, they decided to fall into the spider's web. That's good. Yeah, we lost that bike, but that's why I put it there in the first place. It's sort of a half-hearted hope that it would die instead of this artillery piece getting hit. So let's put some rounds on him. Those ranged units are always the guys that you want to watch out for. I'm going to force him to eat up his counterattack right there. Possibly move him into position. Finish the deal off. The Praetorian... Well, who can I hit from there first and foremost? Let's handle that problem. Problem number 1 and problem number 2. He's almost out of ammunition, but he did get a level up, which is pretty sweet. I'm going to give him increased firepower because the increased visual range isn't going to do much for us right now. If it was increased firing range, then I would absolutely take that straight off the top. I'm going to double fire on that motorcycle before it does anything drastic. Our gun down there is going to handle his business. Praetorian's going to wipe him out. Very, very good. So let's get some repairs done. Do wish I could undeploy him right now. I'm going to throw him into the warehouse just to make sure that he doesn't get damaged. It's going to take 18 to repair him. Alright, you got to do what you got to do. Let's get him repaired. 15 ammo there. He's got 5 left, and he leveled up. Let's give him improved firepower as well, since they're just holding the line. I just want everybody here to hit as hard as they physically can. I want missiles to be raining down bloodshed on the enemy. I'm going to move the Praetorian up here, just because I know this thing can't really do any damage to it. Oh, he leveled up again. Yay, level 2 Praetorian. Unlimited counterattacks. Hells yes. You don't have to ask me twice. And so now, they are really trying to avoid this conflict down here. They are just not having it. How far can I feasibly move up before they attack me? So I can move up to... right there. Let's do it. And if this doesn't bait him, I think... I'm gonna scream rigged if this doesn't bait this unit. Actually, I may just actually hit him with artillery if that's what happens. Yeah, let's deploy him now. We'll keep the tanks in the back. My line of thought being that as the infantry fall, we'll step them in to take their place because they have the squish mechanic. We'll also keep them kind of back here in case they decide to flank or anything weird of that nature. I'm going to send one of these guys back. I'm actually going to keep one of these guys down here. And I realize that I'm waffling like crazy, but I love waffles. Waffles are like the best thing ever. Some people are pancake people, some people are waffle people, and we don't mix, we don't interbreed or anything like that. I know it's waffleism, or baked goodisms, but waffles and pancakes have a long history of not being on the same side, and we don't even want to get involved with crepes. Crepes are just their own faction altogether. So everything is looking pretty fair and square right now. I'm really happy with things. They're looking boxy, and I like it that way. Maybe send that tank up to get repaired too. I wish there was a way I could repair these guys. I also wish that that was placed a little bit further. Like, I wish these were in line with one another. So that one there, and that one there. The fact that they put them on a stair step like that makes them... I don't know. It makes it a little weak because these two guns can't work in unison. If I had deployed my base, I wouldn't have put that right there. I'd have just stuck one right here so that they get stuck in the swamp. I'd have stuck one right here so that if they come around through there, and then I would have stuck one like right here, so no matter what, they couldn't get through any entrance without taking considerable amounts of fire. Let's bypass. There it is. I knew you'd come around, little bikey friend. There it is. So we've now baited a few of their units. And if a few is the best that we can do, well, that's the best we can do. Yeah, that's what I figured. By the time we finished that long fight, they'd already be coming at us again. Unfortunate, but it's the way of things. Let's get him back up in here to a position of advantage. He's only got 2 rounds left. I'll probably take him back in and repair him after this go. Let's make sure that people are getting repaired properly. There's a bit more resources gone. A bit more resources gone, but what are you going to do? Throw those 8 in there and then we'll unload him. So we've got 2 units up, 3 counting him. Frontline units are a little bit diminished right now. And I think these 3 right here, I don't know what they're coming at us with right now. If they decide to go south, we'll be okay because that'll buy us a little bit of time. But if they go north, they're going to gain a bit more traction than I'd like them to have. Can he hit that forest? He cannot. Awesome. Goodbye, motorcycle. No! I like to add my own sound effects. It makes me happy. You can't judge me. I make little kid noises. That's how I play video games. No! Why? 9 solas! If you want to quote Wolfenstein. God. That's been a while. It's been a while since I played Wolfenstein last. I've played every single campaign of Wolfenstein and I've beaten every single boss. I don't know if there's a ton of people who have done that. Played through like all 6. I think each had 10 missions. Although my favorite was the one with zombies, episode number 2, with Dr. What was his name? The first boss was Hans Grotesque. The third boss was his sister, Gretel Grotesque. Or no, the third boss was Hitler, right? Maybe the 6th boss was Hitler. I don't remember. Anyways, I'm not gonna... It was a doctor and he threw syringes at you. I remember that specifically. Is that how it's gonna be, Battle Truck? Is that how it's gonna be? Hopefully I can bait a few more, though. They're going up, damn it. I don't know why they're focusing on the north so much. That's such a weird decision. It's a weird, irritating decision on the part of the AI. So he's now dead. Deader than hell. And I can actually plug this hole right now with this unit, which is what I'm going to do. And so now that that's thoroughly plugged, that is plugged up like my toilet after Thanksgiving. You ever notice that? Like there's like a communal just BM after every Thanksgiving? I mean, if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, disregard this diatribe. But I'm pretty sure that's like everybody's second favorite part of the whole Thanksgiving process, is that mutual unloading, that collective dropping of the loads afterwards. Like your toilet, I've heard that that's the #1 day. They did a survey, and plumbers say that that's the #1 day that they make the most money, is Thanksgiving. Almost every plumber, at least where I live, stays open on Thanksgiving because they make a fortune fixing people's toilets that day, which is both disgusting and hilarious in an immature sort of way at the same time. Let's repair that little guy right there, and our resources are looking very, very skimp. God. Things are not looking so good for us right now. This front is going to fold. I think that might be actually the imposed time limit that they're trying to force you into here. He's leveled up. And against my better judgment, I think I'm going to heal him. Because we just need people to soak damage right now. That artillery piece has got to go. I mean, absolutely 100% got to go. And unfortunately, I don't see any way to get it done. I'm not seeing a ton of options here for how to do away with that artillery piece without eating at least a shell or two. or getting caught taking shells as we attrition our way into this base. Once again, I'm going to sit and think about it for about 30 minutes, and I will see you guys in the next episode. So my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for Battle Worlds Kronos. I hope you're still enjoying the playthrough, and I will see you guys next time. Take care out there, everybody.